Here with head coach Kevin Moore after the overtime win against Guildford Flames. So last night we played in Nottingham on much larger ice than we normally used to here in Coventry with much smaller ice. How would you say that affects the way we play or like game strategies?
It affects what our F2 does on the forecheck. So with the big rink and like the distance from the top of the circles to the blue line, if your F2 dives down and makes a bad read and sort of turns our forecheck into like a late two-man, you can have issues because you're kind of a step behind. They bypass two, and then a team like Nottingham will jump a D into the play, and then you're basically facing an odd man. And even if it's a manageable one, it feels more stressful. Whereas here, since the distance is less, our F1 can kind of get on the forecheck and be more physical, because that's also part of the choice on the big ice is like you want your team to finish their checks, but like if you're two steps behind, you're not going to do that. Whereas here, like you can finish your checks. You can make teams' defensemen feel it a little bit more, but then that means it buys time for the F2 to get in, and it allows him to play off F1, and then we either get puck possession or we get to attack. It's a really interesting part of our league because like we have our base set on the forecheck, but you have to make those reads and tweak those reads and remind the guys. And some games on the big ice, it doesn't always happen. But I thought we did it last night, and certainly our forecheck was good tonight.
And coming back to tonight, we played Chase Greiss. He got a hat trick tonight. How important is it for that player, and how much does it boost their morale on the bench once they score like their hat trick?
Yeah, well, especially for Chase. Like when Chase is really going, I can tell that like he's like antsy to get back out there and he wants to play all 60 minutes and doesn't want to come off the ice. And I know when Chase gets one, he's probably getting two, and then the third one is just a matter of how much time we got left in the game. So and tonight he won it, which was great.
Now for the. Can you guess what I'm about to say?
The super duper silly question of the week.
It's not what I was going to say, but yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
How long would you say you'd survive in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh, the entire apocalypse. Like I'd be creating my own little society.
But eventually you'd die of old age.
You don't know that. You don't know about all nature's remedies up in northern Maine. All right, so zombie apocalypse happens. I'm moving to northern Maine with my younger brother, Derek. Derek is a trained kind of wildlife biologist. Like you can walk in the woods and he'll tell you every tree known to man. It's like maybe one of his favorite things in the world. Anyway, so you go to northern Maine with Derek. Like you're going to survive the entire apocalypse, and you're going to discover new plants that are like going to keep longevity and heal you and like
mutant plants.
Maybe. Is this apocalypse like...
It just spreads through everything.
Like, is this like Adventure Time style where like people start like morphing into like Princess Bubblegum and like... Is that what's going to happen?
Sure.
Well, then there's a chance I live even longer.
Yeah.
Right?
What if they're like aggressive Princess Bubblegums?
Well, whatever. Like lose an arm, get a bionic arm, even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Are you good with electronics?
Kinda. I mean,
okay.
You've even got like a pet yellow dog. Just That's okay.
Yeah, I'm surviving the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then like truly like a whole new society's coming out of this one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I'll just tag along with you, and then hopefully I'll survive.
Truly, when in doubt in the wilderness, like if you're around Derek, you can't go wrong. It's a foolproof plan.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.